All right, 3, 2. Hey everybody, you guys are listening to another episode of the Monkey Man and the Fat Boy Show. I am Fat Boy.
And I am the Monkey Man.
And we're right back at it. We're going to drive right back in. I just wanted to announce that in the last episode we were talking about the pipeline.
Yep.
And I had said North Carolina. I actually meant South Carolina.
You mean South Dakota, not North Dakota?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm waking up, bro. Y'all get the point.
Yeah, man. He ain't had his full cup of coffee yet.
Yeah, I'm still midway. All right.
He said way.
Speaking of ways, you remember when we had that party for Steve?
Steve's going away party for college.
Yeah. Where was he going? Where'd he go again?
Southern Illinois
Southern
University.
Illinois, yeah. What happened? Why don't you tell our listeners what happened that night?
Oh, man. Well, let's, here's a little story I got to tell you about 300. You know. No, actually, oh, man. It was
in a nutshell, yeah.
Me. It was Steve.
Yeah. Aaron
Chavez.
Yeah.
Chunky Chav. You.
Yeah.
Myself.
Steve's cousin. Can't remember his name. Gangsta.
Oh, I don't remember.
He's a good guy. Yeah, it was one of Steve's cousins.
It was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was a crazy night.
Actually, it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
At that time, I wasn't drinking, so it was just, I was watching y'all fools.
Yeah, we were heavily drinking.
Yeah.
I don't even think we were drinking beer. I think we were drinking
Mad Dog 2020.
Some Mad Dog and I think some Jose Cuervo.
Yeah.
I can't think who else was with us that night.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was Chav, me, you, Steve's cousin.
Was Joaquin or Aaron there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I know Aaron wasn't there.
All I know is we got retarded drunk.
Yeah. Did we take him?
Well, we landed up going for a walk.
Yeah, well, we tried to make it up the alley with him, and he was just...
Yeah, he was all loud and shit. We were up there by Old McKinley
He
School.
was yelling Thaddy, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, we did go by McKinley. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were by McKinley. Remember, because I pushed him into the bush.
Yeah, because we thought the cops were coming.
The cops were coming around the corner or whatever, so I pushed him in the bush, and we all just hid there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We all just hid there in the bush for like 5 minutes, laughing, trying to keep him to shut the fuck up. But yeah, Steve was trashed, man. We got back, and then all of a sudden he started throwing up in your mom's big tamale bowl.
Yeah. So those of you paying $12 a dozen, there's a little bit of a secret ingredient in there.
Yeah, it's a well seasoned pan right there. I'll tell you that. I think he about filled that up. I'll tell you what, this was no small pan, people.
He ended up at your house, all right?
Yeah, I think
we ended up taking him to your house.
Yeah, to my house and downstairs. Yeah,
I thought he was gonna die.
He was dead.
Now, talking about we were talking about the South Dakota pipeline, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, it was pretty ironic because it was just a year ago.
Yeah. This
week.
Right.
That they okayed the pipeline.
Was it the anniversary?
Yes. And then all of a sudden here just the other day, if not like 2 days ago, 210,000 gallons of oil, leaked. But it's not hurting the land or nothing, and it's not hurting any of the water.
Right.
Like if that makes it any,
Right. Yeah. But, justification.
It is what it is. Can't do nothing about it.
Right,
we're self-destructing ourselves in this world,
Right. Now, when the protests ended, once they realized there was nothing they could do about it, they basically essentially just burned everything, right? Like everything that had pitched up.
Yep.
As a form of, middle finger to the government.
Yeah, through their land. Once again, taking what they think is theirs.
Now, working with a buddy of mine, like I said, to reiterate, who's more right side than left, and it's all good, or the same agenda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With that said, we've been going down a couple different avenues funding our business, and so that opens up the door to grants and stuff like that. the Chamber of Commerce. How do you see the idea and the fact that there's a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce? I mean, I guess my question is why.
Why do we have two chambers of commerce? Well, unfortunately, they believe that they think that they are doing something right when they created the Mexican city commerce, and stuff like that. And why couldn't they just say, hey, you know what? Come on in.
Right.
You're welcome. Let's sit down and talk. Let's get these businesses together. Let's help revitalize relationships and the city. To be honest, I don't see any real explanation for it.
Right.
I mean, some people might think, oh yeah, it's a win. No, not really.
I was thinking about that, and well, like I said, that door was open already. So I don't know. I just started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, if we have, I don't know, it almost blocks us from being able to say anything.
Well, that's the way I see it. Is they think that it's an equal opportunity for an equal voice. But if that was the case, then why didn't you just have all in one?
Right.
Well,
that's what I mean. It's like the doors are already open.
Because if the Mexican City of Commerce can make decisions by themselves, they can't. Right. I believe they still need to let them know what's going on and then let them decide whether they could or not. So I would have to really check in on that. Creating separate,
it's dividing.
Yeah.
It is, because it's, in my opinion, and we're getting some rough waters here because we know a lot of the people in the Chamber of Commerce, but at the same time, I'm just, as we're going, I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, it's kind of funny because in some ways it's kind of racist. You know what I mean?
It is. And that's another thing too, and that goes for every group. If there's one, why does there got to be two? Again, you're creating more division,
right?
Amongst the people, amongst the city, and everything else like that. And to me, it makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because the way I understand it still is that one is going to be placed over the other.
Right.
And it shouldn't be.
Right.
There should be no reason for it. And again, there should be no reason why there's 2 or 3 or 4.
Right.
No, one city of commerce.
Right.
And it should be open for anybody to come in, especially if you're a business owner.
Right.
Yeah,
it's universally, the Chamber of Commerce is the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't get it. And freelancing on that end of it, it's the same faces, the same people. So if you're going to network, that goes out the window after about the second or third time, because now it's just a club. There's no more room for networking.
Yeah. See, on that, or not only that, again, it's like, okay, you got to pitch your idea. For me, say I run a Mexican business, or I'm just a Mexican owner of a business. So Mexican City of Commerce,
right?
I got to go to the other one,
right?
Or do I go through the Mexican one first and then have them present it to the other city commerce?
Right.
And again, it's
just double. It's double the workload, in my opinion. I mean, we went to an event. I wouldn't say I was treated in any certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been to the other where I felt like I kind of was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a funny thing.
Yeah.
It's
and I looked it up, to see what actually is the main function of a chamber of commerce.
Yeah.
And it's to promote local business possibilities, money, planning, inspiration, and guidance. Depends on the members working vigorously. The goal of the action plan is to improve the economic welfare of the community.
Right.
So again, I understand, this is Moline,
right.
You do have the Floreciente neighborhood.
Right.
Does that commerce just help them?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just it? That's like the lower end of the business part of Moline,
right.
Not the main part of
right.
where the mark is at.
Yeah.
The tax layer center is, and all the restaurants, bars, and Isabel Bloom and all those other businesses down there, Watermark, right. And everything else down there.
And it goes back to the first episode where you were talking about your daughter going to school, right? And people complaining about not having the opportunities. Well, we've known of American success stories, and it doesn't matter what nationality you are.
No.
If you're willing to go up against all these things you have set up against you, and you do it, you know what I mean, then you're gonna prosper.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's really a matter of, in my opinion, how good of a business owner. I mean, how good you are at business and how you're able to make your business flourish.
And especially if you're a young business,
Right.
You know, and say you are next to or in between two businesses that have been open for 30, 40, 50 years.
Right.
You know, and it'd be great to talk to them,
Location,
you know, and say, hey, you know, how did you guys do it? How did, you know,
Right.
when this happened and this happened, you know, but why create division?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if I was in between two businesses that are in the other city of commerce versus me, because I'm a Mexican business owner,
Right.
and I gotta go to the other one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's almost like you're wearing a target on your back.
I would say so. You know, and like, but it's created like that.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
That's
why.
what I'm saying. When they did that, they're put. Yeah. I don't understand why either. It's just.
You know. Oh, who are you? My name is Luke Saucedo. I own the store in between blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, that city commerce meeting is after this at 3:30 to 4:30.
Right.
You know, if you wanna just hang around or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, dude. You know, shit.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's probably how I would feel.
Right.
You know, if I didn't know that there was two, you know, and then all of a sudden you pointed out that, oh yeah, dude, you're Mexican. You gotta wait to the 3:30 to 4:30 meeting. Sorry.
Yeah. It's funny because, like I said, we went to this one event and it was really, I mean, it was people of different businesses and just networking with them kind of opened our eyes and yet being on the flip side, I've been to the other one like I had mentioned before and I've been asked by several people, oh, like, well, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? And this is the Hispanic chamber. It's like, well, I'm here to take pictures. Oh, well, for who? You know what I mean? And it's like 20 questions being asked, and I'm like, motherfucker, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
Right? Freedom of press.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. It just seems like a club to me, and
it is. You know, and it is.
It is.
It is. I mean, I know some of the people on there, and you know, that act like that, and think they could act like that, and
you're really knocking your own people down.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make any sense.
You know, and whether it fits their agenda or not,
right.
You know, which is wrong anyways.
Yeah,
because
again,
it's supposed to be open arms, you know, welcoming people in.
Right.
You want businesses to succeed.
Right.
You help each other out like it's supposed to.
Right.
That's how you have a strong community, a strong backed community, you know. Yeah. It's like I said, you know, when you know people, it's like...
Right. Looks wrong on side.
I see the back of my head.
Yeah. Moving on, I was going to ask you about if you saw Eminem's Cypher.
I had no relations with that lady or ladies.
Don't lie.
Ooh, it's that lady.
Guilty on all counts, bro.
Hell to the motherfucking yeah.
I
admitted it. I groped her. I grabbed her by the pussy.
You're on that naughty list on Facebook.
Oh man, I was
showing
the
up
truth,
on
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're showing up on everybody's naughty list.
Everybody likes a naughty man. But yeah.
Did you see the Eminem Cypher?
Which one?
The Eminem Cypher, where he blew up Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, I seen it when it first came out. I was at work and I was like, oh, just new. Eminem dropping the, you know.
Right.
We're all entitled to our own opinion.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think you know. It's one of the things that, you know, my forefathers fought for. You know. And, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
Kudos to him.
Yeah,
you know, to be honest. I mean, again, if that's how he felt, you know, by all means, you know, let it out.
Right.
You know, we're in a world of, you know, today that everybody gets all butthurt and shit. You know, suck it up, buttercup. You know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah, I just felt like he said what a lot of African Americans wanted to say. You know what I mean?
That or just in general.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, you know, again, you know, not to separate anybody, but there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way.
Right.
And yeah,
just not having the platform he had.
Yeah, and again, it's hilarious because I had a conversation about that not too long ago when it first came out.
Right.
Oh, Luke, that's wrong. I was like, hey, dude, ain't no different from the damn NFL players taking a fucking knee during the game,
right,
or during the national anthem and shit like that.
Right.
It's like, again, did it hurt your feelings?
Yeah.
Well, I was like, did it hurt your? Do you want a hug? I'll give you a hug.
It's funny with all the politics and all the rhetoric going on right now. That's true. That is true.
And everybody's so. When did people get feelings?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we grew up and we're like,
right.
Get out, dude. And nobody. If we cried, it's because we got beat,
right,
or we got beat up.
Right.
But our parents whooped our ass. I was like, today it's sad. I mean, there's people even my age or older that seem like no matter what, man, they're always butthurt. I feel sorry for them. Like, dude, if you need a hug,
yeah,
I'll give you a hug and tell you that you're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Why you letting this? Does it directly affect you?
Right.
No. Well, then shut the fuck up.
Right.
Let it go.
It's like I told Jess, it's like this whole divisiveness. It's like it makes me feel like I just don't want to vote because it just pulls me out of the whole thing altogether.
Oh yeah, but then again, and it's not just that, and just daily life in general. I mean, it's like, man, dude, why am I talking to you? What are you gonna cry about today? But that's dumb stuff. That's just something that makes people laugh at me,
right?
Because shit, I'm the funny man, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Eminem. For me, I'd say he's probably one of the best rappers out there.
Oh yeah, by
hands down.
Hands down.
The dude is a lyrical genius.
And that's what I was in a conversation with somebody recently. I can't remember who it was, but like a lot of people don't understand like when the Beatles, because but when the Beatles came to the United States, they were credited with
bigger than Jesus. Yes, that's what I said.
And they were credited with lifting the country back up because John F. Kennedy had just been assassinated.
Yes.
Now, it's a funny thing because you got to remember the Jim Crow laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all these R&B and singers that were coming out, Little Stevie Wonder, and all that. A lot of that wasn't accepted. You know what I mean? A lot, it just wasn't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that Liverpool was this import, town. They were getting all these records and listening to them, and they were practicing every day. They were their influences were heavy.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
R&B singers.
Definitely. I remember. Chuck Berry. Was an influence.
Fats Domino.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on.
Just a huge list, especially Black African music.
Yeah.
To those guys,
exactly.
Blues, rhythm and blues, soul,
right.
That they listened to all of that because they could get their hands on it.
Yeah.
And it was so easy for them to get their hands on it.
Yeah, and so when they came over was when it became accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was this radio DJ who was spinning those records, and a lot of people weren't listening to Murray the K, but at the same time he was a popular DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came over, they brought that music back over. It literally went across the ocean and came back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it was accepted by these white guys. You know what I mean? And in the same regards, I think Eminem was laughed at the beginning because he was white.
Oh, sure. Here we go. Great white hype over here.
Yeah, here comes another Vanilla Ice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's another Vanilla Ice wannabe, this and that.
Right.
When Vanilla Ice wasn't really nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Vanilla Ice.
Right.
Unfortunately, Vanilla Ice was a product of the studio, just like
boy
bands.
Of the market. He was definitely a product of the industry. Yeah.
And whereas Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, come out, and doing it real,
Yeah, it was.
He was doing his battle, just like in the movie. He was doing his battles and there and there, and finally got the opportunity to do something good, and got published and everything else and stuff like that, and did the hard way.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it was a product of the street. He was a product of the streets and his own environment that made him want to do. Create this music that he loved.
Almost in every song, he's either talking about Detroit. He still lives in Detroit. He doesn't live in California.
Right,
he doesn't live in Florida.
Hollywood.
He doesn't live in New York. He lives in Detroit.
Right.
He that's where he lives. That's
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like I said, man, he's a lyrical genius.
He is.
Again, protected by the Second Amendment. He can say whatever the hell he wants, sing whatever the hell he wants, and is it his platform? Hey, you know what? Just like anything else, turn the TV off, turn the radio off, switch station or whatever. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it.
Right.
It's that easy,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't affect you, then don't worry about it.
Exactly.
And if it does, well, then why? What part of it, like, damn, when he said about this, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Or, okay, maybe it's far-fetching there, but that's how he felt.
Yeah.
And he felt like it needed to be said, and he felt that he might have been the voice of many, so like that, hey, some didn't feel that way, that's fine.
Right.
That's cool, whatever, but yeah, hey, like I said, I'll still continue to listen to his music and stuff like that. I was like, he's the man. I mean, he's no joke. He's, like I said, a lyrical genius, man. He is top of the game.
He reinvented
no matter what.
Yeah, he reinvented it.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, when he first came out, my name is what? Slim Shady, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, during that time, rap wasn't really relevant.
Right.
It really wasn't.
Right.
I mean, there was some out there.
Yeah, it hadn't been.
There were some old cats, and still doing the whole, hey, I'm gonna slap this girl in the booty, and this and that, and I'm gonna go shoot some homies down there. And okay, you know what? They got old.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I remember that one of the classic albums before that was Doggy Style. And it was Snoop Dogg, and there's that song where he collaborated with, was it where he collaborated with Dr. Dre?
Mm-hmm.
There's that lyric that Dr. Dre drops where he's saying, I've been in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get my damn label off. Coincidentally, right after that, it was like he signed Eminem.
Yeah, he signed Eminem.
So it was like,
it was the death row.
Yeah, it was the beginning of something to come.
Oh gosh, yeah, I think when Dre seen him and heard him, he was like, I gotta get this boy.
Oh, I
gotta get this boy. He's cold, man. He's cold as ice, and it proves it. Since that first record came out, second record platinum.
Yeah.
Third record platinum. He's probably one of the most sold albums that have reached platinum, double platinum, and diamond, or whatever fucking levels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Every record.
Yeah.
Every record that he puts out, he's got a hit on it.
He's a genius, man. I'm telling you.
And again, most of it isn't made up shit. It's his real life. Whether he's talking about his mom, or his stripper baby mama, and this and that or whatever. It's crazy, but when he tells you, it's like, no, that's how it was. That's how this is real life. This
literal.
Versus where you had other people that, okay, man, we can think of a rap. Let's talk. And it's fake shit.
Right.
Like, dude, you grew up on 2nd Avenue. There ain't no gang banging up there.
I know, right?
Get real.
And the funny thing about it to me is it's like the new generation is turning. I mean, because what he does is original, and I like the fact that he does it a cappella, right?
Yeah.
But they're all of a sudden calling them ciphers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to decipher what he's saying, and it's like, dude, they're called lyrics, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to Pink Floyd
like,
and listen to some of that stuff. You'll have to decipher what they're saying there too.
Exactly.
Man.
And again, it's like they break it up sentence by sentence, stanza by stanza, and stuff like that. I'm like, no, dude, this is, if you want to know, ask him.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you mean when you said you want Trump to suck your dick? What's that mean?
Right.
So going around town, I'm gonna see my gal. I'm gonna hear a song and show you ding dong. Is that the right lyrics there?
Oh man,
Mr. Chitlin.
Yeah, right. feel like solid gold already.
Yeah, let's do this.
Now moving on. Right?
That's another show.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, but yeah,
That's what we gotta watch.
but that's just it. You know, you don't have to decipher anything. I mean, okay, if you don't understand, you know, what a word means, okay, yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. You know, that's understandable. You know, but again, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
what do you mean when you said you went down to suck your dick? Oh, literally suck your dick. No shit.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was, you know, like you didn't like him or something. You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's great. But again, you know, a lyrical genius.
Yeah.
He said what he had to say.
Right.
You know, used his own money.
Yeah.
To produce that in a parking garage.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
No instruments, no this and that. Find me a rapper that can do shit like that today.
Yeah, it's just he is one of those, like we've been talking about, giving back to your community and fixing the problem. He's one of those people.
Oh man, he spends a lot of money up there in rebuilding with Detroit and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go, if you've been up to Detroit,
I'd love to go.
They
as
say,
a photographer, I would love
they
to go.
say that from when 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when Chrysler was shutting down all their buildings and all this and that and redoing everything and their plants and stuff like that, and pretty much the big three left Detroit. I mean, they like literally left Detroit.
Right.
And it was just a battle zone.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there were new buildings went up and were just abandoned. The projects were
totally abandoned. You know, the projects, you know, got bigger because nobody had jobs no more.
Right.
There was nothing for those people. You know, they either got the chance to retire, severance package, or sorry.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Bye.
I spoke with.
Hey, but we just opened a new plant in Alabama, people. Yeah.
I did that article for the Spanish paper here when I interviewed Ricky Valens, who's a big Tejano star. He's from Detroit, and his dad was a product of that. You know, that whole situation. Yeah. He said his dad was lucky enough to retire and get a severance package. He said, whereas some people, that wasn't the case.
Nope.
You know.
There's the unemployment office there, people, but you know.
Right.
Right. But when you have a failing economy, that's hard to, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because every business lost, not just the automotive industry, but all the businesses that supported that area.
Yeah.
Grocery stores, any small business, you know, gas stations.
Well, some of these businesses ride on the backs of other businesses, man, you know.
And, you know, the laundromats, you know, this and that, you know, all those businesses, you know, the mom and pop's sandwich shop down the street from the plants, you know, or, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Taqueria, you know, truck, you know.
All of a sudden got nobody coming in.
Got nobody to pull up to, no business to pull up to.
Right.
But as of over the last 10 years, Detroit has rebuilt and revitalized themselves, and it's all these newer, you know, slightly younger than us.
Yeah.
But it's I think the medium age build over there right now is like from 30 to 38 or something like that.
Right.
And you got all these little tech companies that are starting up there.
Yeah.
There's a watch company. I'm big into watches and stuff like that. But there's a watch company that's up there.
What's the name of the company?
I believe it's Ball.
Ball.
I think it's called Ball, and really respectable, high-end watch. Really cool.
Right.
But yeah, all these small tech companies, you know, are rebuilding. You know, moving into the old buildings, you know, of Chryslers and stuff like that. You know, they're really making their neighborhoods more like what Chicago did, you know, with Cabrini Green area and stuff like that, where it used to be all war, drugs, and shit over there in that part of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, now you go down there, you know, the Whole Foods down there, and you got all these nice high-rise, you know, apartments and stuff like that. They totally changed that whole place around, you know.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, as a photographer, to me, there's like an artsy part. I mean, there's a lot of art that, you know. I don't know. I can't.
Well, again, you got like all the Chrysler buildings. You know, you got the Ford building up there. You got all these buildings that were up there that were, you know.
It's the abandonment of it that makes it.
Dude, it's you know, because, and like I said, I was reading. Man, it was a great article. It really was, and I'm not sure if it was National Geographic kind of magazine or something like that, and Yeah, literally show pictures from the 80s of the towns striving.
Right.
Even though it was the 80s where every company almost went out of business, you know, because of the stock market and stuff like that. But they were still pounding out vehicles, you know. And then also the 90s came and
there it went.
Boom, drop of a hat.
Yeah.
You know, Ford pulled out of 3 buildings.
Yeah.
You know, Chrysler just, you know, shut down. You know, dude, it's crazy.
It is, very much so. Now, and Trump's been talking about some of these car companies coming back. I mean, do they know where? Are they going to be focusing on Detroit again? Or
I believe not. And it's sad, it sucks, you know, but yeah, I mean, it was called Motor City for a reason.
That's crazy.
And now it's not. I mean, they don't even call it that no more. It's Detroit.
Yeah, it's funny because you think about you know, the Detroit Red Wings. That logo it's the wheel. You know what I'm saying? That's where that came from.
And that's just it. You know, it's
the piston.
It's sad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
it's sad. You know, but no, I mean, I don't know. The whole car world is crazy. Just by excuse me, by the, you know, the facts of it's American-made cars. Mitsubishi is made in America.
Right.
They got a plant down in Southern Illinois. You know.
Yeah.
They make parts down there. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. You know, that's not a Ford. It's not a shit.
Right.
At one point in time, I think the most American-made car was a. It wasn't a Ford, Chevy, anything like that. It was like a damn
GM.
Well, that's still American car. That's just a generic made Chevy.
You're talking about American cars?
No. Well, yeah, you know, like
the top American car.
You know, the American car, Ford is American, Chrysler,
or
you know, GMC, GM. You know, those are American cars. Well, yeah, but like I said, Mitsubishi has a plant here. Toyota has a plant here.
Yeah,
you know, all these other car manufacturers had plants here. You know that. You know, actually, there's a system that get graded.
But is that even an argument though? I mean, because isn't part of you know, becoming a company the acceptance of competition?
Oh yeah, of course. And the only reason why, that's just it. The only reason why we started importing cars is so that we can export cars.
Right.
And that's the only reason.
Right.
But this is what sucks because again, you know, the United States is freaking retarded, and we can only export like 20%.
Right.
But we can import 80%.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. So yeah, all these, Toyotas were coming in. You know, this is Hugo. You know, and then you got all these cars. Well, Tesla's an American-made car.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know, an American-made car that the big three hate.
Yeah. There's a reason why. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you. You know, and it's crazy. I mean, again, you know, big company bullies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And it is what it is. But yeah, Detroit. I mean, they're slowly but coming back. You know, but it's not with the car industry.
Right.
You know, it's
everything.
It's it's like I said, it's all tech now. It's like
that's why I say like these new moguls and these new brains like Mark Zuckerberg, your Elon Musk, and the things that they're working on are not just one thing. They're literally establishing themselves in different sectors. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, Elon Musk is working with this guy, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
To try and get to the next, you know, planet that's like Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, but you know, and that's another thing too. Again, when you get too much money, you start to. You start to reach further and further and further from what's really in front of you that you should be taking a grasp at.
Right.
And I think these guys, I think they mean well, stuff like that. But you know what? We're killing our own planet right now.
Right.
Okay.
I agree with that.
And
there's a lot of people who laugh at that, but it's a fact.
We're killing our own planet right now. You know, we're gonna die in 600 years because eventually a star killer asteroids gonna come and hit us and
yeah.
kill us. Oh, okay then.
Right.
Can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, well, Bruce Willis, we can't send you up, brother. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, but you know,
But see,
earthquakes are getting stronger.
At the same time, Stephen Hawking is contradicting that statement by saying we're going to be overpopulated and this Earth is going to turn into a fireball. So we need to get to another planet like Earth and inhabit that.
See, and you know what? And that's just it. It goes back to the moon landing again, brother.
Yeah.
Which
radiation
did not happen.
Aaron.
But again, if that was the case, are we that far behind in technology still
Right.
that we can't get under the moon, set up a damn place to live, send people up there,
Right.
and see how we can manage to do this and that,
Right.
and especially working in an environment that is not quite suitable
Right.
to inhabitate.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you can sit down all day long and say, hey, you know, there's this planet 61572 over here in this nebula.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Earth. It's just like Earth.
Yeah,
It is. How long would it take us to get there?
Right.
Oh, it would probably take us about 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay, 40 years. Okay, that's cool.
But it's like, what
You
is
know,
it?
but then again, wait a minute. 40 years. Yeah.
It's 4 light years away.
I was like, when are we... How long will it be for us to even have a vehicle to handle a trip like that?
And
for 40 years.
Not only the vehicle, but it's impossible for the human body to even move at that speed.
You know, it's like, wait a minute. You know, again, you know, this is not. Are we sure? You know, what's the odds of us getting in a asteroid belt?
Right.
Oh, there's none there. Oh, but are you tracking everything that's out in space?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah,
you know.
there isn't.
Again,
You'd be sending Charlton Heston up, bro.
Damn it. Monkey Man. Monkey Man. Planet Monkey Man. You don't know.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah. It's crazy, though.
But like I said, we haven't been back to the moon.
Right.
Or got to the moon
But
the first
why?
time.
I don't get
But,
it. 60
you know,
what? It was 60. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we got a floating space station.
Yeah.
I know it's there. I've seen it at night.
Right.
So I know it's there.
Right.
And that's as far as we get.
See, that's the thing about it is, I mean,
who's
space
to
station
say
is
that?
something
Who's to
miraculous.
say that out past us there really is nothing? But you got all these scientists say, "Hey, dude, just make up a planet,
Right.
make some pictures up."
Yeah.
You know, computer technology
Right.
today, shit.
Well, I mean, I've never seen a picture of the Earth from space. You know what I'm saying?
Earth from space.
Yeah.
There's pictures supposedly from the moon
Yeah.
to
But
Earth.
okay, let's talk about the size of the Earth, right? How many times bigger is the Earth than the moon?
Oh gosh,
Google it, bro.
I think it's what 800 moons,
Right.
or 80 moons could fit inside the Earth, something like that.
So when the pictures of the astronauts, like I said, who's taking those pictures, right? When the pictures of the astronauts are being taken and you see the Earth in the background, why is it so fucking small? It should be taking up the entire background of the image.
The possibility, maybe. Hold on.
Now, when you Google the Earth, pictures of the Earth from space, they're all inconsistent. You got Africa one size, and then you look at another picture and it's a different size. It's just in the tones are different. The colors of the ocean are different. The colors of the land is a different brown. The colors of the cranes are different cranes.
Yeah, but I can honestly say back then, it's just like look at pictures of when you were a kid.
Right.
You know, there was only 6 basic colors that they could possibly really produce in pictures.
Right.
You know, really
Right.
good.
But there hasn't been one that I can grab, put in Photoshop, and see a square around it. You know what I mean? It's just every single one that I grab is a rendering.
50 moons. See, it would take 81 and a half moons to equal the amount of matter in Earth. Okay, that's not what I really wanted.
I'm thinking in perspective. You know what I mean? Realistically speaking, the Earth should be bigger in those pictures.
Okay, 50 moons. Yeah, 50 moons would fit in Earth.
Right.
So 50 moons. Okay, so you got to figure the moon then is.
So we see the moon, right? When we
Okay.
see it, right?
The way it says here, the moon itself, diameter wise,
Right.
is almost exact as the United States.
Okay, so we're looking at the moon on a full moon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to extrapolate that one moon by 50 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we're on the moon, we should be huge in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh well. Exactly. It's. We're here. We got something here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're doing this,
Right.
I wish you visually see what I'm doing right now, but
Right.
yeah, when you cone it down,
Right.
Right. It's like it'd almost be like looking through backwards in a set of binoculars.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were looking through binoculars this way,
Mhm.
everything's big.
Yeah.
Turn it around,
Right.
everything's small. So technically, yeah, the Earth would be bigger, obviously, because
Right.
the moon is smaller.
Right.
But I think you think that it'd be bigger.
Yeah.
But the moon being as far away as it is,
Yeah.
I mean, it would look big, but I don't think as big as you think it
Right.
would look
Right.
like.
I mean,
So,
it's just that whole concept to me is still another one that I can't wrap my head around. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? The fact that the moon is 50 times bigger. Well, if you look at the full moon on a clear night.
Yeah. See, that's another thing too. Yeah, it'd be awesome to say, hey, you know what?
Right.
They give it like a TV network station,
Right.
and say, hey, can I take charge of your satellite,
Right.
for like an hour?
Yeah.
Oh wow, what do you want to do? I want to position it close to the moon,
Right.
but put it in a focus to where it is like our eyes.
Right. Yeah.
So then to see how big the Earth would look
Yeah.
from that point, because the way I would think is, yeah, if I was on the moon, standing on the moon, and looked at the Earth, my perspective would be like, I could probably do this, hold my hands out a little bit past my shoulder width,
Right.
but be like, hey, looks like I got the Earth in my hand like a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're probably thinking like it should be this.
Yeah,
big.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if they were to ask me, hey, we're gonna put you on the moon. We want you to take a picture of the Earth. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna need a bigger lens. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's just it, and or have, just like these, where you can program it down to where it's,
Right.
you do panoramic or
When he says these, he's grabbing his phone. So.
grabbing these nuts. Got him.
But yeah,
Settle down, Gallo Negro.
But yeah, no, Eric, I had to throw that in there because I needed to give Chav a little bit more to say on our page. Because I know you're listening, Aaron. Moving on, Al Franken.
Al Franken, the man, the myth, the senator.
Is it funny to you that
Oh,
who's orchestrating all this? Is it the president or is it Bill Cosby?
you know what? JELLO. This is my take on this, and I could really care less what anybody fucking says.
Right.
Because again, I'm a product of my own.
Yeah.
My freedom of speech. I will say whatever the fuck I want to say. Do
Right.
whatever I want to do.
You're entitled. Yeah.
This whole sex scandal shit or harassment and all this and that. I get it. It's there. It's just like racism.
Mhm.
It's there.
Right.
I believe that everybody has either been a victim
Yeah.
or victimized somebody.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that. I know I have done it
It's a product
probably
of human nature.
many times. But I will say this. What he said. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you want to hear. Fine. Okay. I'm sorry. Do I believe that he meant it? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does he know that he did wrong? Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But this is what makes me mad is the fact that all these people saying, "Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim." everybody can say that because
Yeah.
I believe everybody has been a victim.
Yeah.
Really, to be honest.
Right.
And but again, if you're gonna do it, then okay, fine. Say that this is not. Be an advocate for it.
Right.
Try to stop it. From happening again. This and that. Where I work at, we have sharp training, sexual harassment in the work area.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do that like 2 or 3 times out of the year for where I work at.
Right.
And we got to do all that cybersecurity awareness crap, for our laptops and computer work and stuff like that at work and stuff like that. I mean, it's to the point now that they're kind of telling us, hey, just don't tell me what you do here at work. Just let them know you work here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that goes without saying.
That top secret, but we get taught it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always thought that if you were a federal employee, like senators, congressmen, and stuff like that, that they had to take the same thing as we do.
Right.
Because we are mandatory to take that.
Right.
I mean, maybe they need to start doing it,
Yeah.
But again, people of power believe they can do whatever they want.
Right.
And get away with it.
Right.
It's been like that since day one.
Right.
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's new now because people are coming out and saying that, oh, yeah, this happened to me, Okay, everybody can have a story like that. Really can.
Right.
Right. I want to know, though, is this. I want to know how many actual women in the industry or how many men in the industry did suck a dick to be a rich motherfucker in Hollywood. That's the story I want to know.
Right.
Who done it? Who was the one that said, yeah, you want me to do what? And you're going to make me a star? Slap against the cheek. Man, done. Cool. Make me a millionaire. I want to know those people.
Right.
Because apparently they didn't care.
Yeah.
Because they're millionaires now. They're sitting on the west side of the states, sitting chilling in the damn pad.
I'm nervous right now because I know eventually it's going to come out.
I got money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I sucked a dick. Yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. The picture of Al Franken.
Yeah.
Clearly pretending like he's grabbing the hot girl's boobs.
Yeah.
Through her protective vest. Yeah, okay, the picture's there, whatever, Again, I can walk up to anybody in the street and say, hey, did you feel like you've ever been victimized sexually, or of that nature? I'm sure most people will say yes.
Yeah.
Is it getting out of hand? I don't know, not really, because again, it is what it is,
Right.
It's happened for a long, long time,
yeah.
and it will continue to happen for a long, long. I mean, come on, man. Now they got people coming after Ron Jeremy. He raped him. Girl, you're a porn star.
Right. Yeah.
I seen you tied up and get a wee put up in you, like in 12 different places that I didn't know could go in you. But
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. Gene Simmons.
He's losing his mind. He's off his damn
I don't know
rocker.
what's going on, bro. I really do, and I can really say because
He's
I
getting
grew up as a
pathetic.
fan. I got no respect for him anymore. I've lost respect
Zero.
for him.
He got banned from Fox. Did
I know.
you see that?
He did.
Yeah.
I did see that. You know what I mean? There were some things he said in the beginning when he was saying that people needed to accept it, and it's like, well,
I don't condone it, but yet it's you know.
He's contradicting himself left and right, and all for the purpose of selling more stuff. It's like, dude, he's
Unfortunately, he is a product of his own ego.
Yeah, he is.
And unfortunately, again, big fan of the band, stuff like that.
Right.
But like many times, his not his good friend, partner, and co-leader of Kiss, Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Most of the time, majority of the times, like he does not speak for the band.
Exactly.
He speaks for himself.
Exactly.
He's an idiot.
Yeah,
And Paul Stanley will say that.
The book came out that he wrote, and it was straight. And, I mean, he really. I was just blown away because he said some things that I didn't know, but he spoke the truth in the book, and I was just shocked, dude, because I was like, man, so much there there's so much there on Paul's end to admire, You know what I mean? Because it's like the complete contradict, or there's a stark contrast to what Gene is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, but then again, I can see that from Paul because I believe Paul can separate himself from the star child.
Yeah.
From being on stage,
right,
to being off the stage, no makeup, hair pulled back in a ponytail, and being a happy married man and raising his kid.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Versus Gene, he wears his makeup 24/7.
Right. Right. Yeah.
His mantra is to be the best of the best, and that's it.
To be that demon all the time.
And it's about money and money. You know, again, I'm sorry. You can make you can own everything in the world and make all the money in the world, but when you die and you in that 6 foot, 7 foot casket, you have a suit. You might have shoes on.
Right.
Maybe a ring or two. That is it.
Yeah.
That is it. That's all you're gonna take to your grave. You can't take nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's funny, but it's sad. I lost all respect.
Yeah, me too, man. I do.
You know, I would not be surprised if somebody decided to put a lawsuit against him.
Oh yeah, eventually it's coming. Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Gene Simmons, co-leader of Kiss band, went to Fox News building and did Fox Morning Show.
Yeah.
Did that and
took it upon himself
to interrupt a board meeting.
Yeah.
Tried to self-promote his book and stuff like that, and walked into the room and said, "Hey, ladies, sue me. I'm showing you my boobs or whatever," and took his shirt off or whatever.
And then he just started berating people in the boardroom.
And then all of a sudden, you know, Gene Simmons being Gene Simmons, you know, he loves to belittle people any chance he gets because, again, he's a self-prophesized, you know, king. You know, and tapped people on the head. I mean, or hit him with the book or on the head and said, you know, I can judge by the sound of the book hitting your head whether you're intelligent or not. I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have got him and kicked him in the dick.
Yeah.
Like, well, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather get fired than saying I beat up Gene Simmons, you know, for doing something stupid like that. And I probably had 2 lawsuits for, you know, wrongful termination and then against Gene Simmons. I'm rich, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, they literally put a picture of him up in the front lobby and were like, "Don't let this man in."
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, who's in right mind? I mean, but he's like, when was it that he said something and Paul Stanley was like, he does not speak for the band.
Oh, he said
what was that? That was not too long ago either. Like within the last 2 years.
He said some things in the last 2 years that have made me just question what he's trying to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, definitely ruined his reputation and or his.
There was something he said, I remember, that totally contradicted the rise and the opportunity that Kiss had. That I was just like, wait a minute, man. Like, you know what I mean? You're totally not. You're not even listening to what you're saying.
Mm-mm. All he cares about is, you know, going home and telling his mom, "Hey, mom, check this out. I am the #1 richest Jewish kid here in the United States.
Right.
I'm the man.
I'm the most successful. Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's like, God, what's that mean?
Right.
That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame.
It is.
It's downright embarrassing. Yeah. You know, I'm embarrassed for him.
Right.
You know,
it's hard to watch as a Kiss fan.
Dude,
it's very
sucks,
hard to watch.
Man. It's like, God damn, dude, I really want to go to your next concert when you come back.
Yeah.
No. But, you know,
right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that, like I said, it leaves me perplexed because I'm like, what's he doing, man? I don't get it.
Yeah, he's off his rocker, you know. But then again, you know, again.
And what's the name of the book again?
His book?
Yeah, it's like
Power and Money, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, he's trying. I guess he's trying to align himself with that mentality, and that, you know, it's okay to do that if you got the power and the money to do. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, if you got the money, you got the power.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And and it hands down.
And when you're banned from the most, fucked up news station, you know what I'm saying? That says something.
But and it doesn't help what's going on right now with the tension, the tension of this whole sexual harassment that's going on with everybody. Oh jeez, Gene Simmons calling me.
It's that time of the show where Luke's phone goes off.
Damn it! Time to go silent. No, but yeah, it's Gene Simmons, has been said that he's slept with hundreds of women.
Yeah. Thousands. Yeah.
Thousands, and or whatever, but he don't care.
Yeah.
You said, well, I don't condone it, but I'm not gonna also say that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So I again, he's off his rocker, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, going back to like Al Franken and Kevin Spacey, you know what I'm saying? All these guys who were, like when Al Franken apologized, there's some of these guys who are coming out and saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, I did that. And I'm sorry. And it doesn't matter what lengths they're going through. They're really being sincere in their apologies.
Some of them are. Al Franken,
that's what I'm saying.
The series of tweets that he did, one was like a one sentence, they said, and the other one's like a paragraph.
Right.
The other one's a little bit longer, so like that. I believe him. I really do.
Yeah.
And the way he says it, in the tone that he says, it's like at some point in time, I thought that might have been funny, but it clearly wasn't funny.
Right.
I am sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
This and that. Blah, blah, blah. So, okay. Kevin Spacey.
That's just not okay.
He's lucky he's alive.
Yeah, it's just not okay.
And the reason why I say that is because of this. If he really did what he did to that 14-year-old boy at that time.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was the dude's dad, and the dad knew about it.
Right.
I'd probably be in jail right now.
Right.
Because I would have definitely killed him or wrecked his world. He wouldn't be the actor that he is today.
Right.
Because back then, he would have been gone. He'd been quadriplegic if he was alive still.
Yeah.
And for him to say, well, if that might have happened, I apologize, but I might have been.
There's just no way around it. There's no way out. I was a big Kevin Spacey fan. I was a huge Kevin Spacey fan.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Again, an American actor, many accolades, hands down, many people have said, yeah, he's good to work with, it's great, or this and that.
Convincing in his performance.
Yeah, like as a peer should be.
Yeah.
Apparently wasn't that.
Yeah.
Again, a man of power.
Yeah. And one of my favorite movie lines in movie history is Kevin Spacey as Kaiser Soze saying the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah.
The irony.
Yeah. Exactly. And so when you think about it, the irony is he's the devil.
Yeah.
He just pulled he was the wolf in the sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
And a lot of these actors and actresses are coming out and letting them know.
Yeah.
And or getting in trouble.
Yeah. But he didn't even come out and apologize. He had his lawyer
his PR.
release. Yeah, and it's like, come on, dude. There's no way around it. It's
And they just pulled his movie from the movie theaters, and I think one of the projects is at a halt right now. They're gonna replace him
he's
with
done.
He's done, dude. He's done.
Yeah.
He better take his money and let it sit in the bank and collect.
Yeah, he's done.
And just grow old and say, damn it.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about. This is kind of shifting a little bit, but we've talked a lot about people in power and stuff like that. Big Pharma. Martin Shkreli, right? We've talked about freedom of speech. Now, he was found guilty for what he did, right? With that said, when he went on Twitter and said $5,000, $10,000 for a lock of Hillary's hair, they immediately put him in jail. You know what I'm saying? So, why? You know what I mean? Granted, I'm not defending the guy because I can't stand the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But where does that fall?
Yeah, again, when you got power, some people think they can do whatever they want and get away with it.
Right.
And they do. Clearly they do.
Right.
And it's funny. My guys, if you were to think about it this way, timelines, chronological, and do this. Had any of this stuff that's been going on in Hollywood been leaked or talked about last year?
Yeah.
Last year and go back 2 months.
Right.
Okay. Would Trump be the president right now?
No.
Why?
It's just because
of the videos they dug up
in all of it.
Hey, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But the video that grab him by the pussy, I do whatever I want. I've done it before. This and that. If I kiss him, I'll kiss. In light of what's going on right now, if that happened last year, 2 months prior, he would not be the president because everybody would be like, "Oh, well, he's the same. Then he's the same as anybody else. Yeah. I ain't gonna vote for him."
Yeah. In my opinion, now that he's being investigated for all this stuff and his group they're all being found out. I think that as soon as that started, he said, "All right, then I'm taking everybody else down." You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Again, just like anybody,
because once that's leaked, it makes him even. It makes him equal. You know what I mean?
And that's just it. Everybody's quick to point the finger at somebody else.
Right.
Either to do it on purpose, to do it on purpose to deflect or to persuade to go a different way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by all means,
Right.
But it still does not. It's still there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is Trump going to stay in office any longer? Yeah, unfortunately, he might be lucky to do his 4 years. He might. It's funny how everybody that's getting investigated right now is slowly but surely being fired or replaced.
Yeah.
His son is still in the White House doing his job, and he's been investigated since day one.
Yeah, and Kushner as well.
And
there's more. And, I mean, what's the difference between Franken and Moore? You know what I mean?
Not.
There's not. I mean, what Moore did is far worse.
The only thing that's different is names and titles.
Yeah.
They're still men.
Right.
They're still men that did wrong, and they know they did wrong.
It's where they're sitting at.
But unfortunately, power again.
Yeah.
And right now the highest power is the president. So the president is the one that says, "Hey, yay or nay."
Yeah.
Yeah. If he doesn't, if his people, his confidants, say, "Hey, dude, you need to cut loose with this dude."
Yeah.
Then he's gonna throw him under the bus, and he's gonna get let go, and he's gonna get replaced with another buffoon.
Right.
Right. Dude, again, he's changed people, he's kicked people out, he's replaced with. It's an animal house, man. It's crazy.
Right. No, in power strategy, when you go and you have a purpose, which makes no sense to me because there's so many more important things going on, and you raise a concern about something in this sense, the NFL, and he started talking about firing people who are, he was fired up at his rally talking about he would fire the people who were taking a knee or whatever.
Yeah,
that shit was orchestrated because he knew that somebody was on his side, and that was Jerry Jones.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as he said what he said, everybody jumped on his case, and then all of a sudden, lo and behold, here's an owner who also stands with him. And it was Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Now
look where Jerry Jones is in the hot seat
exactly.
right now.
Exactly.
But Jerry Jones don't care. Jerry Jones is a man of power.
Is that it? Like you said, you were talking about everybody being pogs. You know what I'm saying? This is the perfect example of that because all of a sudden now Jerry Jones is, like you said, in the hot seat. Now it's a matter of how everything's going to be played. Could Jerry Jones be turned into this position where could he be put in a position where all of a sudden? Because we know that Trump has wanted to own an NFL team and he's been blocked.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Is this going to turn into a situation where all of a sudden Jerry Jones is the power? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the possibility. Oh, yeah.
Because does this turn into a situation?
Just like when Mark Cuban wanted a football team, before he got a basketball team.
Right. And I admire the hell out of Mark Cuban.
And, again, a businessman, a man of power.
Yeah.
But he's smart.
Yeah.
Just intelligent, smart. Yes. Could he be a bully? Yes. But he does it respectfully.
Right.
When they told him the NFL, no. Okay, then also look. He finally talked to enough people, rubbed enough elbows and stuff like that within the NBA.
Right.
Got the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Paid a whopping penny for them.
Yeah.
And within, 3-4 years, he had a championship and brought it to the Dallas Mavericks.
Right.
You know, did what he promised. And, hey,
Yeah.
again, a businessman doing what a businessman does.
Yeah.
Now, Jerry Jones is Texas.
Yeah.
He's Texas, man. You know, go big or go home.
Yeah.
Jerry's gonna say what he's gonna say, and he knows that he can get away with it.
Yeah.
There was for the longest time that this proposed letter. It is what it is.
Right.
I'm sorry. If I am paying you to do something, you're gonna do it.
Right.
And like it or love it, but do it.
Yeah.
You got fans. It's so retarded. I'll probably never be able to go to an NFL game in my life because I just can't afford it. You're paying these guys millions of dollars to beat each other up and to make them into mush.
Right.
Right. Eventually in their lifetime, and we suffer for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go see a Bears game? $400 a ticket, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Right.
Freeze your ass off outside.
Right.
For $400
to watch them lose.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Jerry understands that.
Yeah.
He knows that people don't come to my stadium, sit in those seats. I can't pay these guys to play.
Right.
Which is their job.
Yeah. And he's not only an owner of an NFL team, he's the most powerful owner.
Oh, yeah. On the boards and everything that he sits on and stuff like that, that's, again, he's like part of the big six, that of NFL owners that are very, very powerful.
Right.
And they know it.
Yeah. I remember there was a time where the Cowboys fans hated that he would stand on the sidelines. You know what I mean? And he was the only owner who did that.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy times, man. It all seems orchestrated to me.
Well, again, any strategist will tell you, professional strategist, military strategist, whatever, to either persuade one way or the other, or again, shift this way or shift that way and make people forget, so let's create something, let's start something.
The art of war.
And it's funny because Trump right now, he's got 5 things going on right now in this country that's just going nuts. It's just going haywire.
The distractions.
The distraction of the sexual harassment stuff that's going all over the place.
Right.
I mean, we keep digging. Come on, man. Heidi Fleiss had all these numbers of senators and congressmen.
Yeah.
Come get her girls.
Yeah.
This is not in the little black book. Come on, man. Yeah. FBI or the Secret Service dude that just got in trouble for getting his gun stolen at a hotel. You didn't hear about that?
No,
that just happened last week.
What happened?
The Secret
One of his Secret Service agents?
The President's Secret Service. They were doing something in New York maybe or something like that. I'll have to look that up. And hooker stole his gun and money and stuff.
Well, that leak came out too, where they were saying that Russia had offered Trump some women or something like that from the pageant.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, so there's that going on. They got all the sexual harassment throughout the government and Hollywood. And then you got the pipeline that just leaked 210,000 gallons, gallons of oil.
Yeah. How does that happen, dude? I don't get it. I mean, the whole point of, hitting on oil is incentive enough for them to keep drilling. How do you lose that much oil?
And not know?
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Okay, you know what? Old or new, there's supposed to be sensors, monitors,
right,
and everything else.
Yeah.
Again, they know that.
Right.
Again, they know that.
Right.
Whether it's an old part or new part, it doesn't matter, man. There's supposed to be monitors and what's going on.
Right.
Whether it's monitors and sensors that say, hey, we're losing pressure here. Why are we losing pressure? Find out what's going on, send up a helicopter, and, dude,
What would
It makes
happen?
no sense. But again,
Right.
you know, people think that this is a good thing. It's not. Clearly, it's not. You know.
What would happen if there was a new generation of monkey men and fat boys just playing around that area, and one of them decides to throw a sparkler in that vicinity?
Hmm? Kaboom! It'd be like Billy Johansson's dog. Fire, fire, baby.
Would that potentially have a chance to enter that pipeline if there's a leak?
Oh,
if there's a leak?
yeah, because you got to figure, well, along with the oil,
Right.
oil does give off a fumes
Yeah.
that could ignite and stuff
Oh,
like that.
for
It's just
sure.
like gas,
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It's dangerous all the way around, bro.
Right.
You know, but again, man, 210,000 gallons.
Yeah.
That's gushing.
Yeah, but
That's
how does that? I mean, yeah, how's that happen without anybody knowing? It's just
you know, and that's just it. They plan on putting this pipe all the way down, straight down the United States,
yeah.
crossing over the Mississippi.
I'm telling you, man, it's the human race being naive and not knowing exactly what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
It's literally we're setting ourselves up for disaster.
Oh, that's no doubt about that for sure. Again, we're killing ourselves. You know, there's people want to push for independent away from coal, oil, and all that stuff. Can it be done? Yes and no.
Right.
It's just so weird. I mean, when people think, oh well, the way to go is, you know, like Elon Musk and Tesla.
Right.
Let's go electric.
Yeah.
Okay, well, think about it this way. What it takes to make all that crap,
Yeah.
puts just as much junk in the air and shit like that.
Right.
That stuff that's in batteries and stuff like that comes out of the earth and is, you know, this is not in crazy shit, you know, formulated stuff that is still harmful to the earth.
Right.
You know, so you got to dispose that shit too.
Yeah.
The possibility of going anything outside of that man, solar, you know, whether we do solar power or hydrogen engine, you know, those are still possibilities and stuff like that, you know. Gosh, how cool would it be to go to your sink, hook up the water hose, and,
Right.
you know, fill up your car and take the fuck off.
Yeah, the idea is more lucrative than
You know,
the
it's just that
reality.
they don't want to do so because big money,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
big oil.
I just think we're a long way away from that simply because of that.
Exactly, and that's why when I tie anything towards me saying, are we that far behind, you know, in the industry of going to the moon or to another planet and this or that, because so many great minds have invented great machines out there,
Right.
but the government taking it over, buying them out, and saying, you can't make this, you can't do it,
Right.
so don't even try.
Right.
You bought a patent, so don't do it, you
Yeah.
know. And again, you know, we're holding ourselves back because these companies don't want to lose money,
Right.
you know. For the longest time, Volkswagen had a diesel engine
Mm-hmm.
back in the damn 30s and 40s
Right.
that can give you 60 to 80 miles per gallon. They banned that engine from coming over to the country.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
and you're
it's
thinking,
no mystery
man,
as to why.
wait
Yeah.
a minute, why?
Why would we do- yeah, exactly.
You know, and slowly but surely, like when President Obama was in office, you know, hey, within the next 7 years, trucks better double what they get per gallon.
Right.
Cars need to do the same thing.
Right.
This is now. If we can attain that
Yeah.
and maintain that,
Yeah.
then that's going to help the world.
Right.
You know, emission wise, you
Right.
know, because one gallon, 80 miles. Holy shit!
Right.
Not 20 miles,
Yeah.
not 18 miles
Right.
per gallon. What some of these cars are getting now. 80.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, oil company was like, well, we kind of don't want that to happen, dickhead. But okay. Well, we expect this out over 7 years, 9 years.
Yeah.
Okay. you know.
Right.
And it's slowly but surely, cars are getting better gas mileage.
Right.
They're really not doing anything to the engines that make it any different.
It's because they got to reevaluate their.
It's just that they're finally, you know, saying, okay, man, remember that engine that we did 20, 30 years ago? Yeah. With the 4-cylinder? Yeah. All right, man, check this out. So we're going to use a 4-cylinder now. But how the hell is it managing to get 300 horsepower?
Right. Right.
You know, makes you think, wait a minute. You mean to tell me what you guys are doing with a 4-cylinder now, you're doing what a V6 used to back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And a V8, you know, getting 10 miles per gallon. That's pushing out 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
And still getting 20 miles to the gallon?
Yeah. It's no mystery. Yeah.
Come on,
it's
man.
No mystery. Yeah.
Some alien technology? No. It's just they're finally letting them do and what they wanted to do a long time ago.
Because they've caught up.
Because, you know, now it's like, okay, you have to.
Yeah.
All right, release those prints from back then, you know, let's do it, you know.
Yeah.
All right. And, dude, it's crazy. It really is, you know. And, you know, you have people that invent stuff. They go to the, you know, World Trades, you know, and they pitch their idea and stuff like that.
Right.
And you got big companies out there.
Yeah.
Big companies, whether it's big pharma or big oil.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like what you're doing over here.
Right.
Hey, can I get your card?
Right.
And all of a sudden, by the time you know it, you got a check for $16 million.
I got to put my hands in this cookie jar.
And you're like, whoa, what's this from? Oh, hey, we bought your patent.
Yeah.
You can't produce this no more.
Yeah.
We own it.
Pulling a Michael Jackson on Paul McCartney.
Exactly. You know, and say, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Here's your money, though.
Right.
Go live life, whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't say you even invented it or anything. You know, it's not yours no more.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, you know. But it's happened. You know,
pulling a Tarkin.
Mississippi River.
Right.
What do we got going across the river right now? Turbines.
Mississippi
River.
Yeah.
Those right there, if they were to fully run, fully functional, 24 hours a day, 7 days out of the week, 365 days, they would put out enough energy for the Quad Cities as a whole.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have to pay bills anymore.
No electricity.
But it's not going to happen.
It ain't going to happen because big dogs own that shit. Nuclear. You know, with a nuclear plant.
Right.
If nuclear power put out as much power as they possibly think and thought that it does and it did or however, then the nuclear plant in Cordova,
right,
which is what, 80 miles away from us?
Which really isn't that far if you think about it. Yeah.
But apparently that should have been enough power out to almost everybody in this quadrant of Iowa and Illinois, or at least in Illinois.
Right.
Where we wouldn't have to have
electrical.
Yeah, to pay Mid-American.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do some more research on that. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say I know it all, but I definitely know that I'm ignorant.
Right.
In how that works.
Right.
But again, they wanted to shut it down, but now it's fully open. How come is that enough power?
Right.
Or I mean, is big industry again saying, hey, you can only put the power to 1.
Yeah.
Not 11.
Yeah.
Because we got 11.
Yeah.
We're not 10.
So
we got 11.
Realistically speaking, if we were a utopian society, then that would be an option.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that said, if I wanted to create my own turbine, because I know that that's possible, would I operate that to generate my house?
See, now that's just it. Now, good story, great man, very green.
Kelsey Grammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah. He lives in California.
Right.
Very green guy. He drives a damn Prius, you know, one of those people.
Right.
Well, he wanted a small wind turbine on the outside of his house.
Right.
In order to go green, you know, and make power for his own house and stuff like that.
Right.
City told him no. City ordinance, you know, I don't think was really there for it, you know,
right,
or opposed to it,
right.
But they were like, oh no, right. You know, because their interest was with the power company as well.
Right.
Finally, he won.
Right, because I mean, how could you regulate that?
And he goes, man, it's just a little fan, the size of like, I don't know, probably my arm length, you know, 5 foot, you know, 6 foot. Top of the corner of his house, do no harm to nobody. It makes no sound whatsoever. Right. You know, it's a wind turbine, makes energy for his house and stuff like that. Here in Illinois,
Right.
I know you can. City-wise, I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure what the regulations is for that.
Well, I'm sure they.
But it's like apparently solar power is cheaper than what it used to be 20 years ago.
Right.
You know, I'm all for it. I mean, I think when I decide to get a house and stuff like that, hopefully next year,
Right.
that's probably going to be one of the biggest things that I want to do is go independent and
Right.
totally get off the grid that way.
Who
but it's
wouldn't,
funny
man?
because you still have to, from what I've heard, you still have to pay
Of course you do.
for energy to be hooked up to your house no matter what. Or if it's already hooked up,
Right.
you got to pay that fee
Yeah.
no matter what.
Right.
Now, whether that fee is $25 a month,
Mm-hmm.
even though you're not using it or whatever, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but again, they're gonna get their money one way or the other. So if you totally want to
Sure.
get off the grid and stuff like that, oh well, you know, your house is still connected to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
city power line and stuff like that. So we technically gotta, you know,
Yeah. You still gotta pay us.
man, motherfucker, I don't unplug that shit right the fuck now.
Right.
Take your machine because I'm paying a machine.
Yeah.
Or take it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Right.
You know, but yeah, oh yeah, you'll have to go to court on that, all that sort of. But I'm for it. I mean, if it's a possibility, put a little fan out in the backyard.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, put some solar powers on top of your roof of your garage or your whatever to your house. Yeah,
Right.
I'm down.
Yeah.
You know, other people don't like it.
Right.
You
Of course
know?
they don't.
Because
Yeah.
again, you're taking money away
Right.
from people.
Yeah.
So
Taking the money from the system.
exactly, it's crazy, dude. I mean.
It is crazy. It's very crazy because it's like I said. It's just one of those things where, and if we were living in a utopian society, it'd be something different. But because we're not, it's you're taxed.
It's all about the mighty dollar,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
It's all about the mighty dollar.
No,
Could
we
you
talk-
imagine if there was a big, with the possibility to have an immigration, a big immigration right now?
Right.
If you were to say, hey, you know what, people of America, I found some land.
Yeah.
This is what we're gonna do.
Right.
I already talked to these people. They're gonna let us in with open arms. But this is what we need to do. I don't pay taxes no more.
Right.
You know, let's flee like they did Europe to come to America, like we initially was supposed to, and flee taxes. That's why those people got immigrated to the United States
Yeah.
because they didn't want to pay fucking taxes.
Yeah. The king and queen, they were trying to get away. Yeah.
Well, the king and queen right now just did another tax reform, and we're gonna be fucked again.
Right.
You know. Can you imagine if people's like, man, fuck this, man. You know what? I give up. I'm gonna go live in the reservation with the Indians, man.
Right.
I'm gonna take my skills of what I've learned in life, whatnot,
Right.
try to create something there, not make money, I guess, but to survive over there, and just get off and go and be like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
Done in the United States.
Uh-huh.
Here's this. I'm gonna be an Indian. Go live in the shithole that you gave them. You know.
Yeah.
Shitty land. Because I don't want to pay taxes no more.
Right.
You know, can you imagine if we started something like that?
Yeah.
And people slowly and surely started saying,
jumping in.
fuck it, man, I'm
Yeah.
down, Luke.
Right.
Down.
Right.
You know? Or, I'm telling you, it's crazy because we're getting to that point to where we're killing the earth
Yeah.
right now.
Mhm.
Bad. I mean, more earthquakes, more hurricanes, more tornadoes. Tornadoes are getting stronger.
Mhm.
You know, they're almost to the point that they want to add another level
Mm-hmm. To the
tornado
level.
Yeah. And same with the
To the
hurricane.
F system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. You know, we're getting more earthquakes, strong earthquakes. I mean, Illinois just had one not too long ago.
Yeah.
You know, and we live on a fault
That
line.
big ice cap that
You know?
broke off in Alaska.
You know,
I mean, and was it Antarctica?
yeah, probably. Yeah, it's that's still though. Yeah, I don't know. I can go off on that one for an hour.
What's the tornado system called? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. My tongue isn't as big as Gene Simmons.
Okay, F2, F3, F4, F5, the Fujita scale.
Okay, yeah, no, that wasn't. I think I remembered that, but I didn't think that was what it was.
Pearson scale, the FPP scale.
Fujita.
It's a scale for rating tornado intensity based on primarily damage tornadoes inflict on human-built structures and vegetation. They say that the super volcano that's in Yosemite Natural Park, if that goes, United States is pretty much pretty fucked.
It's happened before, man.
And I unfortunately I see that happening in the near future. I'm talking within probably the next 4 or 5 decades.
Yeah.
If not sooner.
Yeah.
That something's gonna trigger and chaos is gonna go off. And if that blows like they say it can, that's tornado central.
Yeah.
Or not tornado, volcano central.
Right.
That'll ignite that one. And then Washington, Mount St. Helens again, and all the other ones that are out there that people don't realize that they're there.
Yeah, it makes you wonder because, like you said, we got a fault line that runs underneath us. There's been talk about California being on the brink of a really big earthquake that's gonna basically wipe California out.
Yep. Matter of fact, I will have to do homework again on this too. There's not too long ago, this guy was out on his farm, just out doing, what people do out on farms.
Farm?
Well, his farm is more like
a different
roaming, buffalo roaming around and stuff like that and shit like that.
Gotcha. Herding.
Somewhere west of the Mississippi, but around Oklahoma or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He discovered something?
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden he went out there looking at his farm and he's like, hey, wait a minute, dude. There's a real crack in the earth. When did this fucking happen?
Right.
Yeah. And it's crazy. And I'll have to find it later.
You know what? I want to say I saw something.
But it was never there before.
Right.
Since he's on that lane.
Right.
And when he discovered it, he's like, man, this wasn't here like these months ago or like within the last year. This happened, and it's slowly but surely getting bigger.
Right.
And it's in the pictures that they showed and stuff like that. It was on the news too. I'll have to find that out and post that to the site or something like that.
Right.
But yeah. If that's the case, how is this land opening up? Granted, you see sinkholes happen all the time.
Oh, yeah.
That's scary shit, too.
Yeah.
If people only knew, to Google, in Illinois, especially in the Quad Cities,
right,
all the coal mines that are underneath us.
Yeah.
Underneath us, in town.
Right.
People don't understand.
Yeah. You go back in pictures and you'll learn the history of what was going on.
I challenge any of the listeners, that follow us, if you take the chance, look at old maps of the Mississippi throughout the Quad Cities.
Right.
Look at maps of what's actually underneath us as far as coal and gas, natural gas, and stuff like that. You would be surprised how maps from the 1900s, late 1800s, of the Mississippi River and its natural path.
Right.
Okay. With all the constructions going on with bridges and the dams and stuff like that, we've altered Mother Nature quite a bit.
Literally changed the map.
Yes. Yeah. And changed the way that the Mississippi flows.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And people don't realize, when the Mississippi floods, okay, it's not necessarily going over the banks that it's currently in right now.
It's
going back to this natural form of where it used to be.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. But that's Mother Nature. You don't fuck with Mother Nature, man.
Right.
You just don't. She wins all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, what's going on, what we're doing, we're killing the earth slowly but surely. We really are. And whether it takes a huge catastrophe, by all means, it might change us a little.
Yeah.
But not really, because we'll just go back again the next day
Right.
doing the same old
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's scary, man. I mean, whether, you know, people saying, you know, the change of the Earth's atmosphere, you know, the hole in the up there in
Yeah.
the stratosphere, if it's even still there. When was the last time you heard anything about that?
Right.
You
If
know,
it's a hole or if it's just gone.
yeah, you know, oh, there's a big hole in the sky that we
Yeah.
can't see, but it's there.
Right.
You know, letting in this extra radiation or whatever. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
But you don't hear about that no more
Right.
because it's taken it took second to third, fourth, fifth place
Right.
to global warming.
Yeah.
Well, is it because of that hole?
Yeah. Right.
You know, we don't hear about it no more.
Right.
We hear about this global warming. You know, you don't have to be
A rocket.
a
Yeah.
rocket scientist,
Yeah.
you know, or anything of that nature to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
We're slowly killing this world. Global warming? Nah, it's not global warming. Let's talk about global position first.
Right.
You know, and people are like, "Oh, Luke, what the fuck are you talking about?" No, it's almost time for the polar shift.
Yeah.
You know, a polar flip, and so you gotta read that information first and get knowledge in that. You know, again, our Earth has flipped hundreds of times, thousands of times over and over again
Right.
of what created, you know, this world, you know. And I mean, at one point in time, America was all ice,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
At one point in time, America was all jungle, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, if people don't believe that, you know, that they're naive because they just don't know.
Yeah.
But it explains, you know, why you have seashells on the top of mountains,
Yeah.
you know.
Education.
How is that possible? Because this used to be underwater,
Yeah.
or this was a frozen tundra,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Come on, people, don't make yourself that naive,
Right.
you know. But yes, that was because 100,000 years ago, true polar north was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, it wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
I think it was dormant, you know, frozen for thousands of years. Now it's where it's at. It's a tropical island.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, and that's what's happening now. You
Yeah.
know, every 10 years or something like that, the Earth moves like a degree or two,
Right.
you know, from what it was before.
Right.
Well, yeah, dum-dums. That's going to change the climate somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, whether
Eventually, yeah.
it's going to make the North Pole, where it's at currently right now, closer to us. So it might shift a little bit. Yeah, that means that part of the country is going to be closer to the sun, so it's going to melt.
Right.
Duh.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. You
Science.
know, science. It is. You know,
yeah.
They used to say Iceland was green and Greenland was ice.
Right.
Well, you go to Iceland right now,
And it's green.
it's still green, but then you go to Greenland, it's green.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? It used to be like a tundra.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Yeah.
It's not now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's crazy. It's
Come
crazy.
on, you know. But again, yeah, that is what it is, man. It's science,
So
man.
going back in closing to cars and women. What kind of car are you driving, Lou?
Fast cars, fast women, baby. Yeah.
How's she treating you?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about my car,
Yeah.
Miss shit. What I forgot her name was. God damn it.
Nothing new.
Damn, I don't know. Brenton lately's been dirty bitch because she's dirty. But yeah, no.
You enjoying it?
My little 2-seat sport car.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not today because I about did a donut in the middle of the damn street.
Damn.
Yeah, coming up from John Deere Blackhawk Road, coming up that's the steep hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, I had.
Well, these beautiful days.
I had to get on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been raining all day today.
Yeah.
So, dude, my rear end totally just did this. I was like coming up the hill, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. The streets over here are a little slick, man.
Yeah. So I was like, crazy.
Yeah.
I love my car. Yeah, little 2-seater.
Yeah.
Silver, Saturn Sky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, we're still having our contest going on. We're giving away a Carlos Correa River Bandits championship picture. Make sure you go to our YouTube page, our Facebook page. Luke, you got anything to add?
No, man. No. Listen to the new show when it comes out.
Yeah.
Give us a shout out. You know, give us a plug. You know. Let us know what you think. You know?
Yeah, email us. We got a Gmail account, monkeymanandthefatboy at gmail.com. Also, you can listen to our shows on SoundCloud once they've been up for a week. We put them on YouTube. Subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Chunky Bananas, man. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Peace.